is about to get underway. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it fly out of the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Refusing to be brought down. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is exactly how you envision that first play going all week. You put it out there, you hope for a big play, and you hit it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll use the ground game here. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Only a short gain in that run. Defense able to pen him in.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a...
Will he score here? Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Gets some space around the 30. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Now it's 2nd down here. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Snags the quick throw. Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And a nice first down gain there. They can get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Boy, a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
Quarterback looks right, caught. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
The Red Raiders will line up here on first down and goal. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown? He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run field, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Gets hauled in here over the middle. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. The Hoosiers will crank up the tempo. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down. Looking to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The downfield shot is in.
Second down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, and I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in the this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Back to throw again. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And the Hoosiers pick up enough for a first down here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down play coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Chris, at the risk of stating the obvious, in these conditions, the ball carriers have got to do a better job of securing the football. Gets away from you, chances are it's going to get on the ground and a turnover.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Short pass finds the tight end. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 10. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Just ran away from the defense.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now to the PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Getting set up. It's a first down play. Back Quarterback now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Great.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Tackled up near midfield at the 48. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Offense getting set. Second down play here. He's past the marker and still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4. The Hoosiers come up to the line in a hurry up. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Hoosiers line up on 1st and 10 now. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to pass this time. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Pass caught. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking for his back. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Sails it way high out of the end zone and incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. He's hit as he throws it. And the pass falls incomplete on the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hoosiers will kick it off to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he dumps it off to the tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's past the 25. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running back has it on the screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Oh, my gosh, the defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up the first down.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Looking to throw it again. Took contact on the throw. Gets the ball off as...
The tight end.
But it's incomplete.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
The pass rush closing in. Looking to scramble now. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Finding space at the 20. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. The quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big game for this offense.
Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they will claim the second half lead. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Handoff from the shotgun. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down and 10 now. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking for a deep completion. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
This tag.
This defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Keeping it on the ground here. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Hey, this guy's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the country. I'm shocked to see him falling away from his target throwing that football.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score: Texas Tech 21, Indiana 14.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle right after the catch, but the offense is now in the red zone.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Texas Tech. This offense really clicking. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more.